May the fourth be with you indeed. Well, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back to Modded Inc. It's episode 47. And boy, do I have a lot of things. Well, I don't know if it's a lot of things, but there certainly are some decently good improvements that have been happening in between the episodes. Well, first off, the ones that is you can already see is 1, 2, and 3. That's right. We have 3 skeletal horses right over here, which is Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider the second, or also known as Ghost R double IDR. And then, yes, obviously, the third one is known as Ghost R3 Eyes and Ear. Funny. But also, what also has been happening is, if you look here and if you remember how the reactor used to be, well, it did not have all of this different contraptions in front of it. Well, this is a very simple way using just regular redstone for me to automate the process of power. That's right, the energizing rod is right here into our lovely reactor, which is then energizing this thing. And well, as you just saw, as soon there's a comparator reading into this, so as soon as this gets changed, there's a signal which happens, which basically gets the torch done. And because there's a hopper below it, the thing goes away, there's the signal that happens, the torch, the dispenser dispenses. You get the point. It's basic redstone 101 basically. And all of this was done on stream. So if you missed it, twitch.tv/asparagus1800. More or less, I stream every single day. And by more or less, I mean I stream every day. So join, it's fun. Right, back to this. Look at that. Look at the amount of stuff that we have. More than a stack of niotic crystals, more than a stack of spirited crystals, more than a stack of blazing crystals, and 2+ stacks of energizing steel. Amazing. Next up is our lovely auto miner. As you remember, we had been auto mining, and well, there is no auto miner here because I made a few changes to it. The auto miner now is at a different place with its own, you know, troop of things, if you will. Look at that. The auto miner is still obviously low energy, or like, I mean, it's insane how much amount of energy this keeps on requiring every single time. But we have 2 thermo generators and we have 4 of these magma crucibles. Now what the magma crucible does is it takes certain items and converts them into fluids. For example, if I see all the recipes, you get glowstone. Well, you get energized glowstone from glowstone dust. You can make the destabilized redstone, but the one that we are interested in is lava, because we are using the nitromagmator for this. Basically, the best in class. It can literally produce, I think, up to 40 kilo Fe per tick, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Yep, 40,000 kilo Fe, or sorry, 40k Fe per tick, which is way more than this requires. But of course, it's a tedious task to keep this filled up. Like, we have 4 machines producing this, which, by the way, all 4 of them have full, processing speed. Like, it can't be better than this, and yet it's like in a bad state. So yeah, I might have to do something about it. But the main reason why I did this, of course, is all of that bajillion trillion netherrack that I gathered from all of those different exertions in the nether while trying to get the ancient debris and stuff. Well, at least we have a good use for them. So that was a lovely thing. And do I have anything new here? Not really. I think all of this you have already seen. I did add in the energy cell over here. So basically, the time when we don't have ores being smelted or whatever, the purified and etc inside here, the energy cells keep getting charged up, and then when we do need it, the energy cells can provide a decent amount of energy, so that's great. But look at the amount of ores. Just look at the amount of ores that I've gotten from the whole processing stuff. Like, insane. This was probably 2 stacks of 2 or maybe 3 stacks of osmium ores that we had. Like, insane. Lovely. Stonks, indeed. This is something I'm rather glad I did. This whole weird process of 5 7 different types of blocks and stuff. But yeah, amazing stuff. Like a bit tricky to get, because even right now, when there are ores inside of this very quickly runs out of oxygen. Like I have an advanced chemical tank in here which has a capacity of 256,000 oxygen it can hold, but even then it keeps on running out of oxygen, and that is one of the biggest problems, because then the crusher doesn't have enough speed to keep on crushing properly, and so then there's a lot of backlog, and I still need better power systems. Basically, that's the point here. But enough about in between episode stuff, because I think that is also it for the in between episodes. So yes, enough about that. Let's move on with what we are gonna do today. Well, for today, we are gonna need this long lost backpack once again. That's right, this and this. We are gonna need these two backpacks once again. So, yes, if you know, you know, and if you don't, let me tell you, we are going back to this lovely mall that we started and then sort of never really got back to it after making this cafe, which, by the way, absolutely love it even still. Oh, I did add a thing into the cafe which I forgot to show. I got a painting at some point. This is basically a normal painting, but now when you place a painting, it lets you select like whichever painting you want, along with a few custom paintings from other people or whatever the mod which this is from. So you can literally have like different types of paint. Like I had the Charmander one, because obviously why not? Yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. So we did add that as well. But yes, today we are back at the mall and we are gonna be making a bookstore. That's right. The second shop in this lovely mall is gonna be a bookstore. We need to make a lovely little bookstore over there for us. Cozy, comfy library slash bookstore, if you will. Now, the first thing that we will require for the bookstore is, of course, a few of the chiseled bookshelves. Because what is life without a few chiseled bookshelves, which you can place books inside and take? So let's make like say 12 of these. Now, the other thing that we might require are books themselves, of course. I don't want to place any of the normal bookshelves because those are not fun. We can probably try a few of these different wood bookshelves, but I feel like the chiseled ones are the best way to go because they are like a bit cleaner and you can also place in books in them and they have different colors in on them and stuff. So yeah, that's actually better. What we might also do is probably put in some of these different type of books as well, like the stackable books, if you will. Like, so for example, I think you can place them down. There you go. So we can have like a lovely little few books just lying on the ground sort of thing as well. That would be nice actually. We'll have one of the book and quills as well. We can definitely go with a few couches, because I hate when bookstores do not have places to sit and read. It's just annoying. They like we used to have a few bookstores over here, and they would have these lovely places to sit, so that you can, whenever you come in, you can sit there for a while and you can read a book as well, and it would be great. But then recently, they have just started removing all the places where you could sit. So now either you have to sit on the ground, which again I don't mind, but even then sometimes they kind of, the employees working there kind of come and give you like a nasty look, and I'm like, Jesus, all right, fine, I won't sit here. But anywho, personal rants aside, I would absolutely need couches. So we will go for a few chair. No, we don't want chairs. We can go for stools. Right. Stools might be the best thing. Like there are couches as well, but the stools might actually be a much better way of doing it. So let us take, well, actually, let's just take this entire backpack because that will come in handy. Do we need any of these things? I feel like we will. So let's take those as well. Lovely. And I think we have enough to at least get started, and then as in when I need something, I can obviously come back and we can get those things. So at least let's get us started and figure out what do we want to do. Now, where do I want my bookstore to go? I think over here would be nice, maybe in this section here. I do want it to be rather big, of course, of course. So it's either over there or over here in this corner. 1, 2, and 3. I feel like we should take 3 in the length and 1 in the width. Even that would work out actually. So let's go with 3 in a length and 1 in the width. Actually, I feel like that is a good sort of middle ground, if you will. Now, what do I want for its interiors is a good question. The floor, without a doubt, I feel wood would be the best way to go. I feel a wooden flooring would definitely go very, very well with it. Right, so a little while later, we do have most of the we have every single plank that I possibly can make currently. It is a matter of which one do I want to use for my ground, or well, the floor, sorry. Now let's see, maybe spruce is a good choice, I would feel. I feel spruce is a rather solid, staple choice, if you will. You generally don't go wrong with spruce. I was thinking dark oak as well. Like dark oak would also look rather nice, but I felt that becomes a little bit a shade too dark. Although, maybe dark oak is better after all. Maybe. I feel we should go with dark oak. I don't know. I have a feeling that dark oak might actually end up being rather nice. So, you know what? Let us go with dark oak for our flooring. So let me place down the flooring first, and then we can go ahead. Now how much do we need? 1, 2 and 3. So I think we'll go in until here. All right, now that we have our flooring in, I think I can visualize this place a bit better actually. So let us put in a few of the bookshelves as well. Now I would like to leave one block over here for the walls. So let us say we have rows of bookshelves, and then we can probably have a different section, like we can have sections made separate for these, and then there will be a few other sections for something else, and some of them would have like more books, some of them would have like a fewer books. It would work out definitely. So let us place down a few books, and well, actually we'll have to place in all of the books, wouldn't we, technically? Hmm. And then we'd have like a few books on top as well. And then we can also, ooh, this has given me a very good idea. We can also have a few tables around which have some quote unquote bestsellers and stuff, right? So when you enter, I'll probably make the entrance over here. When you enter, we can have a table with a few books on it. Perfect. And I might also do the same thing as we did here by adding in a notice board over here with some lovely display. I still love this cafe so much. You have no clue. This is amazing. And I feel like this has been made to perfection. There is absolutely no doubt. Like I don't know if I would change a single thing, even if I made it again. Lovely. Lovely stuff. But anywho, we get distracted. Let me bring a few more chiseled bookshelves, and let me also finalize what we are going to use for the walls. Well, I did a bit of thinking, and honestly, I know it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like the quartz is actually the best thing I can have for this. Like, this looks a lot better, cleaner, and I actually like it a lot, not gonna lie. The other option that I thought of was white concrete actually, but honestly still feels a little dull to me. I don't know. Not 100% sold on the white concrete, not gonna lie. It has never looked that good to me for some reason. I don't know, it just no. The polished cut thingy still decent, but no, not as good. I was thinking it is best if I make like a white wall itself, because that would look a lot cleaner and better. So I was thinking that would be the best way to go. We could also add in a few sea lanterns here and there as well, so for lighting, if you will. Or maybe not, we'll think about the lighting later, of course. But the other option which I did have was bricks, and while bricks are not a bad option, honestly, I feel like hmm now that I say it, I feel maybe bricks is the better way to go. Interesting. I think bricks might be the better wall after all. I placed them. I wasn't very sure, but now I placed a few more of them, and interesting. I actually feel this is a lot better. Like, interesting, interesting. I think I'm actually sold on the bricks now. I feel like bricks is the way to go. Interesting, because I swear I placed them before and I did not feel that these are good. But irrespective of that, let's place in one of these thingies, because of course people would be sitting here. Actually, you know what? Let's take these. Let's place this here, and let's have like a stack or so of books around, lying around towards left or right somewhere, right here. Because obviously people don't always go and put in the books, which is awful. You should always put the books back from where you took, not gonna lie. We can also place like a book and quill in on top here, if you will, although that would look the same, so there is no difference to that. I was thinking, maybe not, we'll just place the books back inside. That is also cool. We can have almost every single book should be filled up, but once one or two of them, like, would be empty, so that, like, there's a bit of a restocking problem as well. Sometimes you're like, oh, we don't have that book, sorry sir, but we are out of that book. It must be on the shelf. If it's not, then that means we are out of it, sort of a thing. So yes, that actually would work out. I love that. And some of them are more or less empty. They just have like two or three books, of course. And yeah, I think that is actually good. I do love this idea of having the books placed over here. Maybe not three of them. Maybe we'll just put in one and two. Yeah, two of them is good. We can have another table. Actually, I was thinking of a bit lower setting of a table, not this higher. I think there is another thing as well. I just don't know what it is called. Like, I think that's what I've kept in the cafe. No, this is also the table. So what was it? Because I feel I made a few of those and I realized maybe these are too small. I don't like them. Uh, Maybe I still have them. I mean, I guess we could make the dining benches into tables. Like if I place two of them at... No, you can't. Interesting. Because I wanted a little bit lower than this. This, for some reason, feels a bit too high. I was thinking maybe we can make this a little bit lower than it is. But I guess it works. I don't mind. Would have been great if there was an option. Sadly, there isn't. So nothing we can do. And then we can always have the checkout around, say, that is the wrong way. Let's see. How would I even... Why is this... What? Oh, that's more like it. Thank you very much. So I'd have to place it like this. Perfect. And then I'd have to place it like this. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So we would have the checkout table right over here. And next to the table, we would have the extra books as well. We would probably also put a few books onto the table itself. That would be nice. So let's have this here. And then we can have it on a corner, if you will. If there is a way of connecting these blocks, that would also be great. And then on the side over here, we can have some more bricks. So let me do exactly that. So we can have a few stack of books over here. That would be great. And where do we put in the second? Actually, now that I'm not going to use the block, of course, we can put that away. Where do we want to put the second place? I guess we can place it right around here, maybe. That also works. Or maybe... yeah, maybe we keep these separate, like somewhere like here. And then we have like the bookshelves, of course, continuing this way. Cool. So let me do that part and then let's see where it takes us. Aha, a little while later, this is what we have. Not bad, I would say myself. We have placed in the couches. We also have a few books here. We have better bookshelves, if you will. And I might add in a few more chairs. This is obviously not done. We will have to still work on this. but I have added in a few sea lanterns hidden away at certain places. I don't know if that is really, oops, if that is really doing anything or not. Okay, that was a wasted bookshelf as well. But yes, there are hidden thingies, you know, here and there somewhere. Well, there you go. Like, see, there is one over there, and similarly, there's one probably underneath this one. There's one underneath here, one underneath here, and this is the only one probably that you can see. Also, a fun little joke that I added is, well, the bookstore is closed because you can never escape because there are too many books to read and too less time. So yes, there is no escaping the bookstore now. You are just here no matter what. Of course, it opens up as soon as you go a bit ahead. Also, it is fun the other way as well because the doors to the bookstore are always open, but once you enter, well, you can't exit. So that is a funny little thing that I added in here. And yeah, this is looking great, not gonna lie. I still don't know. I have zero clue what do I want to do for the roof. I mean, I probably might end up doing it the same way as we did with this one and add in like a glass roof, or I might cover it. I'm not 100% sure. And obviously on the outside as well, we'll have to add in like signs and stuff over here. So we will add in a rather nice sign over here that will look great as well, no doubt. But all in all, loving it. I'm actually liking this from the inside. This looks amazing. Like, obviously it will become better as well, but that's it for the episode. We have run out of time actually. And yes, I will continue working on this in the next episode as well. And of course, if you have a few comments as to what do I do for the roof or some other general things in, inside the bookshelf bookstore which we can improve, I'm all ears, of course. So do like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you feel like, and I'll see you in the next one then. Bye bye.